out there. Sturridge, chance for the hat-trick. He is just loving life at Manchester City. A hat-trick for Robinho.
It's about time I updated my intro, and lads, you know the cheapest and only place to get your Ultimate Team coins. Make sure you head over to ayoha.com, link in the description, and make sure to use the code Gonth for a discount. Football players that you forgot about, that you genuinely forgot existed. I'll give 500 quid right now. Go into my pocket and I'll give you 500 quid to anyone who can actively tell me that in their mind, they're still thinking of this player. They still believe in this player. You don't. You forgot about this player a long time ago. Every player you're going to see in today's video, you forgot about. It's with a heavy heart that we have to start with Oscar. Oh, wow. Oscar. This guy's still only young. He's still literally, wait, what is he, 26? 27? And he's gone. No one even remembers Oscar existed, bro. This guy was one of the sickest, craftiest little shits in the Premier League. I used to hate him. But at the same time, I used to love him. Of course, man, he was one of Chelsea's sick attacking midfielders, scoring goals, doing bits. Then all of a sudden, he fell off the side of the earth and we just forgot about him. Nowadays, he's knocking round in the Chinese league. Don't get me wrong, he's doing decent. Managed to bag himself 16 goals in 54 appearances for Shanghai. But I mean, what the hell? Who even are Shanghai? Who even watches the Chinese league? I know they're getting paid an absolute bomb, but it's ridiculous. This guy went from being one of the most promising central midfielders, attacking midfield players, possibly in the world, to joining the Chinese league. I'm just praying that maybe Oscar eventually sees the light. He's still only 27. I'm sure he still has a lot more to give. He still has at least another 6 or 7 years in his career. Please, Oscar, sort yourself out and come back to the Premier League, or at least the Champions League, a Champions League team. Do something. Oh boy. Oh wow. I did a poll on Twitter and I asked you lot, lads, give me players that you forgot about. Give me players that you forgot even existed. Give me players that were wasted talents. And unfortunately, Ravel Morrison's name was ding, 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 ding. My mentions were this ding, 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 ding. The same dude, the same Don. Ravel Morrison just kept on popping up and popping up. And it's just a shame. Because there was times when Ravel Morrison was doing bits for England, bro. Scoring unbelievable goals in training. Doing bits for Man United youth. Doing bits for Man United in general. I mean, he went on to play for quite a few decent teams. He went to play for Lazio. And we're thinking, surely, at the age of what, 24, 25? He's got something, 26 years, he's got something to give. Something more. He goes and joins a Swedish team called, wait there lads, let me get this right. Ostersunds. Who the fuck are Ostersunds? There was times when he was labelled the next best thing. He was literally labelled the wonder kid. Don't get me wrong, Ravel Morrison actually did go and score his first goal for that team the other day, as you're probably seeing right now, but I mean, it's just not good enough, bro. I mean, we've just complete and utterly forgot that you even existed. He went from being this Donny, this guy, that mixed race kid, that sick dude, the kid who was just like smashing it. And then before you know it, I don't even know, it might have been injuries, it might have been bottles of Prosecco and, I don't know, champagne. He just went, meow, and now all of a sudden he's in the Swedish league at 25, 26, and he's in the Swedish league. It's mad. The Swedish league. Is there even any black players in the Swedish league? Holy shit! Hatim Ben Arfa. Who remembers him? Who remembers him? You know what I'm talking about now? It's jogging your memory a little bit, and you lot are like, oh shit, that guy. One of the best players in the Premier League, that guy. Goal of the season in the Premier League, that guy. One of the most 5-star skillful players to ever hit FIFA, that guy. When you just take a little look at some of the goals Hatim Ben Arfa used to score, it's absolutely outrageous that this guy has complete and utterly fallen out of our minds, and now nobody even knows he exists anymore. He's knocking round for a team called, you know what, I'm gonna have to look, Stade Rennais, French league. I mean, there's only 1 or 2, possibly 3 teams in the French league that anyone even cares about, and I'm telling you, that is not one of them. But wow, if we just take a look back at some of the stuff that Ben Arfa used to pull off, it was a mad thing, and it's sad to think that no one even talks about Ben Arfa anymore. I think the only reason he might even get used on FIFA is because he got 5-star skills, but I mean the rest of his stats are completely bogus, so you wouldn't use him anyway. Now I know a lot of you are gonna probably dislike this video instantly when you see Sanchez pop up in this squad builder, but you've got to ask the question, lads, where is he hiding? What is he doing? Who does Sanchez even play for these days? Because I don't see him playing for Man United. I seen him come on as a sub a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago. He did nothing. He went from being one of the best players in the world, the Arsenal Premier League PFA Player of the Year, to sitting on the bench. No one knows Sanchez anymore. Nobody even knows he's. I think he just sits on the bench making 200 grand a week doing nothing. Doing nothing. The guy is absolute, utterly garbage now. I don't know what happened to him. He should never have left Arsenal. He made the worst move ever joining Man United. He's been under about 3 different managers while he's been there, and nothing's happened for him. He's just been garbage. It's just never happened for him. I mean, Man United fans, please, before you dislike, just agree with me. This guy is sucking your wage bill. He's eating into your wage bill, and he's doing nothing. You gotta get rid of him. I mean, I don't. No one even talks about Sanchez anymore. His FIFA 20 rating, if he keeps this up, is gonna be, mate, there's no way EA can give him anything over an 84 next season. I mean, it's just, what has he done? The move to Arsenal was the greatest move ever, and now Sanchez, I mean, all we ever see is just huffs. And it's just a sad guy, a guy that just knows he messed up. He fucked it big time. Of course we got Alexandra Pato. I mean, this guy is the #1 most fall-off player that you will ever see in football history. It's just ridiculous. Whatever happened to Pato? The #1 golden boy, the sweatiest player on FIFA, the greatest, most #1 smashed up pad guy. I mean, this guy was responsible for hundreds of thousands worth of Xbox damage in 2015 and 2014. Where did he go? Nobody knows. Pato was the god. The icon. I mean, you just have to take a look at this guy's standing record and have a look that he scored. On his first season as an amateur, when he joined Inter, he scored 6 goals in 10 games. He scored 51 goals for Milan in 117 appearances. He scored 9 in 30 for Corinthians, 19 in 50. Everywhere this guy goes, he's a goal scorer. He's an absolute machine. But for some reason, Pato, even now at the age of 29, we still forgot about him. He ended his career at 23, 24. He just thought, you know what, I've had enough of being one of the best strikers in the world. I'm done. Do you remember? Pato actually joined Chelsea on loan. Scored 1 goal in 2 appearances. It's still 1 goal in 2 games. It's amazing. It's still an amazing track record. But for some reason, Pato didn't like football anymore. I've heard rumours that he went back to Brazil to look after his nan. But that's bullshit, because actually, he's now in the Chinese league. I've heard that he just wanted money. I don't even know. I've heard that he was on the booze. I've heard a lot of stories about Pato. If any of you know why Pato ended his career so early, let me know. But still, you just look at his stats. The guy's still insane. But for some reason, we don't hear about him anymore. Because he's in the Chinese league. Wow. There's some players, lads, that unfortunately we can't even put in the squad builder. Because they don't even exist on FIFA anymore. It's that bad. Gabriel Agbonlahor. Some like to say the sweatiest guy to ever exist on FIFA. Some like to say it was the colour of his skin that made him so overpowered. Some just like to say it was his name, Agbonlahor, that made him so sweaty. Some say it was his upper lip. I don't know. Either way, this guy absolutely destroyed FIFA for 5 years, and then that was the last we saw of him. What a shame. Some say Agbonlahor never used to miss. You'd be one-on-one with this guy. He was a blatant silver card on FIFA, as you can see, and he would just score, and he would score, and he would break, and he would break more and more controllers. This guy was the sweatiest, if not, he was the #1. It was out of him, Michael Liete, Calvin, there was a few of them. They were so sweaty as silvers, it made no sense, but it made the game fun. Unfortunately, I don't know what and where Agbonlahor went. It was just like, one season he was there, another season, he was gone. Believe me or not, you might think I'm chatting shit, but Agbonlahor actually only retired from football, let me just double check this, 4 days ago. But you ain't heard of him for 4 years. Crazy. Wow, 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 wow. The Manchester City Robinho. Do you believe it? Do you believe it? Do you believe it existed? Because it did. This guy's still playing professional football. There was a time when Robinho was the best of the best. He had to be top 5 best players in the world. No matter where Robinho went, whether it was Santos on his first season, he scored 50 goals in 100 games, whether it was Real Madrid when he scored 25 in 100, whether it was Manchester City where he bagged himself 14 goals in 41 appearances, no matter where this guy went, Milan, Santos, anywhere, he would bang goals. But then all of a sudden, we forgot about him. He just disappeared. Even when we take a little look at Robinho's goals back in the day, FIFA 14, FIFA 13, FIFA 12, he was a god. He was the 5-star skiller. He was the dude that fitted into any Brazilian team, and he would score you goals on the left or on the right. But unfortunately, within the space of 2 FIFAs, from FIFA 14, we just forgot about him. I think he went to the Brazilian league. He's now knocking about in the Chinese league. I don't even know what Robinho's doing with his life nowadays. I heard he's hitting the beers. He's on the sesh. God knows, but all I know is Robinho, unfortunately, with a heavy heart, we no longer know he even exists. But he does. He actually still plays professional football. It's crazy. And unfortunately, lads, today we are going to end on the one and only Sami Nasri. Sami Nasri is that one player in a squad builder that exists on FIFA, but they don't even care about him. Look, even they forgot about him. Look, you can't even get him. He's not on the transfer market. He's not in concept players. He's just complete. He's a goner. He's done. EA were like, you know what? This guy, he's doing nothing. He's knocking about what? West Ham United. He's sitting on the bench. He's probably making 100 grand a week. We ain't even putting him on the game. It sucks, man, because this guy was a beast. He scored one of the greatest goals I've ever seen in an Arsenal shirt. He scored the greatest goals I've ever seen in an Arsenal shirt. He was a beast. Sami Nasri was that guy that you just knew would tear up the Premier League. He's only 31 years of age. And within, what? It must have been, from the Man City move to Sevilla, it just went bang. The guy just completely and utterly fell off at the age of 28, 29. And it is just a madness to think that Sami Nasri actually still exists. He's still a professional footballer. He plays under a contract for West Ham and doesn't do anything. He does nothing. He's played 3 times this season for West Ham. FIFA don't care about him. EA, they're done with him. Look, they just like, you know what, this guy's an absolute flop. And I don't think there's anyone who's even talked about Nasri in 5 years. What an absolute shame. Every single player in this team, I hope you find your careers and I hope you find yourself. Because it's sad to see they were once one of the best. They were the greatest. And now we don't even know they exist.